Anew on Antetokounmpo in the NBA, Alex just played his first game and in the final moments lobbed to his older brother Thanasis on some tank-level defense being played, I might add. But who cares? Giannis looks happy, but afterward gave a fiery interview, says the Bucks prevented him from being on the court for that historic moment. He is pissed. You know who you're dealing with. For somebody to come and tell me not to play or not to compete's like a slap in the face, so I don't know where the relationship goes from there. Wow. But the crazy thing, the NBA investigated this, and they basically said Giannis is lying. Milwaukee gave him a chance to play, but he said no. And I know that sounds crazy. This whole situation is a scandalous mess. So it started when Giannis got hurt March 15th with a hyperextended knee and bone bruise. Bucks decide he's done for the year. But Giannis was like, whoa, I don't think so. See, the Bucks want to tank for a better draft pick. Giannis wants to play. It's in his nature to play, but also that family connection. We all know how important family is to Giannis. It's like the number one thing that defines him and his story. So how do you think he felt when the Bucks denied him an opportunity to play with two of his brothers? He said, I'm available to play, but I'm not in the game. I'm available to play right now, but I don't see myself in the starting lineup. I don't know what game is being played right here. I just don't want to be a part of it. Wow, that's not good. But he also said, I've never seen a case of a player saying, my caliber of player that's like saying it publicly, I want the f***ing play. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I've seen this. So there needs to be an investigation. Great. There should be until we figure something out. An investigation? Well, it turns out the NBA was already working on that, and old Giannis probably doesn't like what they found. But before that, side note, if it wasn't for Giannis fatigue, this would be by far the biggest story in the NBA. Like, I get it, we're all tired of anything Giannis related. I'm surprised you even clicked on this video. Bless you, I love you. But holy shit, this is crazy. Can you imagine Jokic saying this about the Nuggets or Wemby saying these things about the Spurs? This is a huge story, but it gets swept under the rug because Giannis has been such a beating on all of our lives the last year. But anyway, the Players Association released a statement backing up Giannis last week. They basically said the Bucks are tanking, and until the NBA enforces tank rules, this will continue to happen. So the NBA looks into it, and the result is shocking. The investigation has found that the Bucks scheduled Giannis to work out last week in 3-on-3 scrimmages as part of his return to play process, but he declined to participate. What? Also, there is a disagreement as to whether the team requested that Giannis participate in a group workout earlier this week. And the league is continuing to monitor this situation. So he may have turned down 2 different chances to ramp back up, then goes in public and slams the Bucks for holding him back? I am sorry. If this is true, this is more of Giannis being the fakest superstar in league history. The man seems to constantly say one thing to make himself look good, but do something else behind the scenes. Tries to control the public narrative about himself when we can all see right through the BS. But we are getting closer and closer to the NBA playoffs. I'm sorry, we keep winning on Prize Picks, okay? I don't normally like to promote by saying, hey, take my picks, you're gonna win a bunch. But we keep winning, and I have to report this, okay? It's just the facts. We have won now 7 of the last 10 picks here on AM Hoops. Now, I just love to play win or lose because it makes watching every single game more fun. Like, that's why I play. And my favorite part is how easy the app is to use. I just pick more or less on a few player stats, get my picks in. Like my 2 picks for today. Couple of rebound plays. First is Kristaps Porzingis. We're going to go more on his boards. And then Taurean Prince, we're going to go less on his boards. And no guarantees, but best of luck if you're telling those picks. Prize Picks available in all these states. If it's your first time signing up, great time because A, we're on a heater with the picks, and B, the playoffs are almost here. Use code AMHOOPS when you sign up. It helps out the channel big time, but also it helps you because if you use code AMHOOPS, you play $5, you get $50 in lineups, instantly win or lose. For example, man tells the Bucks last summer to speak with the New York Knicks about a trade. Now the Knicks didn't offer enough, so the deal died. even said this preseason, I believe in this team, I believe in my teammates. And now, if in 6-7 months I change my mind, I mean, that's human too. But what does he do after the trade deadline passes? He posts the Leo Wolf of Wall Street meme that says, I'm staying, with the caption, legends don't chase, they attract. What? Do you not think we haven't paid attention the last 6 months? You think we're all dumb? But the Bucks organization is also frustrated. Giannis can sign an extension October 1st, and the co-owner said one of two things is going to happen, okay? Either Giannis is going to be extended or he's going to be traded, okay? We can't just let him play out the last year of his contract. We can't afford that. It's not good for the organization. Translation, we are done playing your little games, Giannis. So what happens next? Well, first, the Bucks need to find out where they land in the draft. See, the crazy thing, they don't even control their own draft pick. So it turns out tanking does very little for them at this point, which is why I tend to believe the NBA investigation that Milwaukee was going to let him play. So on Tankathon, the Bucks picked 10th. But how many spins does it take for them to get lucky? 1, 2, 3, 34 spins, because they need both theirs and the Pels pick to land top 4, which is unlikely. But this pick will either become the new foundation for their team, or he will be traded to further build around Giannis. Now, I think it's obvious, especially with this new drama, Giannis will be traded, but not for the price everyone thinks. At one point, the Bucks might have gotten a historic haul for the Greek Freak, but not anymore. For one thing, dude is injured all the time. He's only played over 70 games once since COVID 6 years ago. He's been injured 4 of the last 5 playoffs, out altogether in 2024. So maybe the Bucks are holding him back to avoid a serious injury and bubble wrap him till he can be traded. I mean, he has missed 2 stretches this year with a calf injury, and after watching Tyrese Halliburton and Jason Tatum, you cannot be too careful with that. But even with a lower asking price, what teams are realistically in the hunt for Giannis this offseason? Well, it starts with the Knicks, because there's mutual interest there. And if Giannis says, I will only re-sign in New York, then it can happen. See, Giannis can be an expiring contract next year. So where he'll re-sign is the ultimate factor in this. So the Knicks' best offer is getting Giannis for Karl Anthony Towns, swaps in 28, 30, 32, and 3 second-round picks, which is terrible value for Milwaukee. Don't expect it to happen unless Giannis forces the issue. Next suitor is the Golden State Warriors. We know that they want one more big swing to win with Steph. This could be a risk because Giannis might not re-sign there, but the Bay's best offer is the Warriors get Giannis for Draymond Green, Moses Moody, Brandon Podziemski, and 4 unprotected picks. It also requires Kristaps Porzingis to walk for nothing. We already know that the Warriors basically offered this at the deadline, and honestly, what a great package for the Bucks. But the next is the Rockets. I'm sorry, if they flame out in the first round again with Kevin Durant, expect something big. And this is low-key what they've been planning to do the entire time. But now, I think it's clear which young guy they would include in the trade. Rockets get Giannis for Alperen Şengün, Dorian Finney-Smith, Clint Capella, then all the picks. 2027 first for Phoenix, 2027 swap for the Nets. Those are elite picks. 29 swap for Dallas or Phoenix, amazing. And 2031 from Houston. That might be too much to trade for Giannis. All their valuable picks and a 23-year-old 2-time All-Star. But if it means a championship for Houston, the first since 1995, it's worth it. Giannis now says that the Bucks organization and I got to go to couples therapy and find a solution. And we'll see if that's a trade or if he stays. But after this latest scandal, you have got to feel it is a matter of time before this never-ending rumor finally ends and we can all go on with our lives. Now, speaking of picks, we have an AM Hoops mock draft. Not a normal mock draft either. Something happens off the top that would be a gigantic story if it actually goes down.